Every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every bottle of fine wine, every collectible car, every piece of real estate, every private business, everything of value in the world will eventually be a token. This adoption of technology, this evolution, it's not a revolution, it's an evolution of technology, that everything of value will be a token on a blockchain. It's literally a line item on a public ledger. Everything of value will be that. And every transaction of value will happen in digital assets. We don't need the pieces of paper. Wipe out all of DTCC, which processes $1.8 quadrillion a year. That is a large number. So that will all move to digital. And when it does, it will create massive wealth, the greatest wealth creation opportunity I'm going to see in my lifetime.
Let me be clear. I think ETFs are step one in the technological revolution in the financial markets. Step two is going to be the tokenization of every financial asset.
Everything that can be tokenized will be tokenized.
These leaders have demonstrated exceptional vision and drive in identifying opportunities, overcoming challenges, and achieving success in their industries. Mr. Jason Anderson, if he's available tonight, please.
I want to introduce everybody to His Excellency. He's a partner of mine, and he is a great support for not only the Lemon ecosystem, but I will tell you, he runs faster than I do. I've never seen that very much in life, but he is one that comes up with more creative ideas than I ever could. And the most important part is he's a good, genuine individual that cares as much about this community as I do, but also about changing the world. And I think that's where we share a lot of same goals and interests.
Well, I'm the CEO, chairman of Zurich Capital Funds, well-established funds, in worldwide. A few countries established in UAE, Singapore, UK, US, and a few other places, in Hong Kong and Russia as well. We are where we are located. We have our offices there. Plus, Minister for International Parliament, where I'm being Minister for Foreign Affairs and Ambassador at Large in diplomatic line.
I'm going to go ahead and introduce a founder and a great individual. You've met him before, but His Excellency Dr. Fayad, he's right here next to me.
Shabir Monen is our partner. He would like to introduce himself, for the community. Go ahead, Shabir, brother.
Yeah, tell us about yourself, Shabir.
Hi, how are you? We have a group of businesses, but our primary business is the media business. We are the largest in the media space, especially in the influencer ecosystem, production, distribution, content, all of this. So we primarily, for example, we own 4 million influencers all over the world. We operate out of about 14 countries now globally to manage the global operations. We have about 1.9 billion people that we work with, which is the humans that we have access to out of the 8 billion people on Earth. We do about 20 billion engagements every month. That's our primary business. And we are the largest partner for Google globally. We are the largest partner for Meta, for Spotify, for Apple.
But you can see really quick, the depths of the partners are very, very deep.
From Team Alibaba Cloud, we have Megan Bond, Vice President of Alibaba Cloud International. From Team Lemon, we have His Excellency Dr. Fahad Al-Karmawi, the Chairman.
Lemon is launching its own bank, and technically this is actually a migration and a merger into an existing bank. It's an acquisition and reverse merger. This gets us banking licenses not only in the United States, but the UK and Singapore and the Emirates. This allows for easy onboarding and offboarding of crypto assets. All of our platform, anything powered by debt, but also any crypto in any format. This is actually one of the very, very cool things that will be the baseline and really the foundation of what we are doing.
Why don't you come on and tell us about some of the big partners that are involved with LemPay while I've got his mute button on.
I love it. Okay, so one of the biggest partners that we have is Alibaba.
What kind of, are you able to discuss what kind of role they'd be playing in this case?
So when we start talking about the payments themselves, so when people shop on Alibaba, that is actually going to be going through LemPay. So royalties from that will be going through LemPay. We are integrating LemPay with Alibaba's checkout system and their e-commerce system. This partnership with Alibaba is an incredible partnership that we have, knowing all those transactions are going to be flowing through LemPay. And what does that mean exactly? With that shopping commerce, because it's going through LemPay, those royalties that are coming through on the shopping cart side, when those transactions go through, are going to come in and help support the royalties, which then helps the tokenomics. Really, what that means is that's going to make your tokens far more valuable.
Very cool.
It's not just Alibaba, Terry. It's a lot of their subsidiary brands as well. Temu is one of the brands. 186 is one of the brands. And so AliExpress, Alipay. And really what we are doing is with the partnership, they're actually going to allow us to rebrand their e-commerce store to Lem Store. So this is a huge relationship, guys. I mean, to say that this is going to put LemPay in a completely different universe when it comes to the payment side and the tokenization side, I mean, it's bigger than what I actually thought it could ever be.
Do they still want to keep accepting fiat?
You are hitting the nail on the head. I will tell you that we are integrating all of the payment platforms to actually physically take Lemon Coin. So with the new Lem Store, and Ryan kind of dripped that one out a little bit earlier today, which I think has kind of been hinted a little bit. We weren't ready to totally roll that out, but I'll roll it out now. It is going to be probably one of the most sophisticated algorithm and platform shopping experiences on the face of the planet. And the reason for it is because right now Alibaba is doing more transactions than anyone else on the planet. It's a little over 900 million transactions happening every single quarter. We are integrating with all of Alibaba's platforms. What that means is it's over 450 million SKUs going live in the store, all of which will be able to be taken as payment for LemCoin.
Yeah, so we're coming to market with one of the first fully licensed, regulated crypto lotteries. It's going to be really kind of a fun, unique concept. By implementing cryptocurrency, into or the underlying blockchain technology, it's far ahead of the traditional lottery system. With all the smart contracts that we can put in, it ensures a fair and balanced, system that can't be manipulated, or that it's going to be fully transparent. This is going to be very exciting. We've got some really cool partnerships to give away exotic cars, to give away buckets of cryptocurrency. There's going to be a Powerball aspect to it.
20% of every single ticket, that's 20 cents, goes into the royalty of this project. What's really fun about that, guys, is it will start growing very quickly for the NFT holders. When we talk about 4 million influencers around the world,
They cannot talk about the crypto, but they sure as heck can talk about Lem Lotto. They sure as heck can talk about Lemflix. They sure as heck can talk about the store. They can sure as heck talk about mobile. They can sure as heck talk about the underlying products. We keep going through the bank, the debit card, the airtime for cellular, the data. It is a free ecosystem. Get your friends to come physically mint a free NFT and just come along for the ride and enjoy. I put up a little teaser about it a little bit earlier today. It's got over 400 channels, some live and some media. Sports channels are included in that for a lot of jurisdictions, depending on where you're at. We're looking at going out at $5.99. I'm actually trying to squeeze it right now to $4.99. And so if we can go out for $4.99, guys, it's about $1 in revenue for every single user that's on the platform. 300,000 is projected right now out of the gates. So guys, that's $300,000 a month day one in royalties coming in, and I think we can actually get to about $1 million over the first year. Okay, so this is actually an ongoing business that already exists. We do get benefits of the ongoing infrastructure that's already there. They have over 3,000 doctors already. It's telemedicine that are up and going every single day. They've been around for years. They physically are answering calls. They're writing prescriptions. They are servicing clients from around the world. It also has a veterinary option in there as well for all of your pets and your other loved ones that are in your house. This is one that'll be our first fully integrated L2 project that has the bonus power of being an already active underlying company. I will tell you the user base on this app right now is over 5 million. That app was given to this ecosystem. It is a test pilot currently right now in Indonesia. There is no phone that can walk into Indonesia or get sold in Indonesia without this app hard downloaded on it. That is 43 million people, day one, that physically will have that start. If you look at the average population, they don't really think about investment opportunities. They don't really think about what I could do or what I can't do. And when you have a free model, it actually breaks down the wall because most people are looking for tomorrow. Most people are looking for their next check on Friday. And when you can come in with something that will really help them, if they can just play along and enjoy. But the reality is when we start getting into the millions and hundreds of millions of people around the world, we're not talking about people who can even go out there and get 10 or 15 of these. This is going to be, they're going to get 1 or 2 of these and then play the game along at their own pace and their own level. And that's what we're trying to get to. We're trying to get to parts of the world where a free NFT that even gets to an activity level where they can go share, like, post and make $1 a day. Mm-hmm. That activity, that $1 a day will change their lives forever. When you're looking at Indonesia, you're looking at parts of Africa, you're looking at some of these other countries that we're getting into, guys, this, even Latin America, this is life-changing money. Jake and I spent a lot of time in West Africa, as most of you guys know. In Ghana, an experienced excavator driver was making $130 a month. That's what we were paying if they were licensed. Most of the hands and the work horses were making close to $60 a month. They have 5 people living in a hut. Those 5 people having cell phones, they already have them. Ironically, they have cell phones, but they live in a hut. So if we can get them to interact and play a game and make $1 a day, they're actually making more money than a licensed 5-6 year experienced excavator driver in one of the large mines. And it's healthier, it's more eco-friendly, and you can basically make a lot more capital by just doing it in interactions, just having fun. We have an opportunity here to change the lives of billions. And I think if we just grab it and run with it and share, it is something that we will be able to do. It's my vision, and we have a different model with Mega Lemon that will support all of this. And everybody's kind of wondering, well, how can you afford to do this? How can you afford this? How can you afford this? Guys, trust me, that problem is solved. You get major infrastructure spending with Mega Lemon. This whole thing is taken care of very easily. We have large donors with cell phones. We got large donors with some of these other projects. We've got grants going out to the L2 projects. This is something that is all self-sufficient in an ecosystem that is fully decentralized. One of them is obviously the crypto ATMs. We have new locations now all the way through the Emirates that we now can place Lemon ATMs up and down the corridor of the 7 Emirates. That is going to be amazing, I think, for not only some great fees, but it's going to be great to have the ability to get more diversified. We basically are not trying to talk about what it's going to be. We're just going to show you. Now, how that's being done is the tokenomics and how these liquidity wallets are coming together. I don't want you to have to believe me of what's coming in. You're going to see it directly on the blockchain, how the L2 projects work. And maybe some people haven't totally grasped how this is put together, is it's no one physically has to put this into a very short window. So the liquidity wallet is separated out into 1/24, 2 years worth of liquidity is put in there. Every project has to pre-fund. I'm going to actually go ahead and just spill the beans tonight. Let's talk about Lemflix, and I'm just going to tell you how much is in Lemflix. Okay, it's 50,000 Lem token is in the liquidity for Lemflix day one. Day one, right now. What happens now is as royalties come in, as the user base starts to grow, which right now, guys, it's nothing. It's nobody. So royalties, I have to tell you, day one are there because of the pre-purchased Lem that physically is in the liquidity wallet. Having said that, moving forward, every single month, every single user, $1 per user gets added. The company is currently right now over 1 million users. We feel very comfortably with our new partner that you'll be able to see tomorrow and get to know. We can put 1 million on in this ecosystem in a very short period of time. That's $1 million a month, an additional liquidity going to the liquidity wallet. Now, when it goes to the liquidity wallet, it doesn't hit the market that day. 1/24 of it does in the next month. This builds for the future. And the reason for it is when that liquidity wallet is still around 2 years from now, but there's no tokens coming in anymore. Because if you look at the tokenomics very carefully, these L2 projects are designed to stop distributing token based off of the activity of the users in about 9 to 10 quarters out. And so in about 2 years, 2.5 years, you're going to see these things now not put any more token into the ecosystem. But you still have a huge liquidity wallet that comes in every single day and buys and buys and buys and buys. And so that's what really is going to be fun to show everybody and kind of kick around, because when you actually understand what's coming, this is just the beginning. It's something that's been in the works for a very long time. I'm going to say 99.99% of you will not be able to participate in Mega Lemon. Mega Lemon is actually a project that will be on a layer 2 of what we are doing, and it is going to be tokenizing real-world assets in a fractionalized sense. These will not be available in certain jurisdictions around the world. Having said that, these are very, very large projects. These are massive infrastructure projects, government size and institution size. And here's how it affects every single individual with either the layer 1 coin or a layer 2 project. Everything has to flow through LemX. And so when you sit there and you tokenize, we'll start off the first, let's just say it's a hotel. And let's say it's 300 million. A small project, very small. That 300 million has to go into LemX. Now you go to a larger one. Let's say it's an airport, it's $1 billion. How does that happen? The same way. How does it affect an L2? Well, every single L2 has escrow LemX in the liquidity wallets. As LEMX rises, so does those liquidity wallets, which basically means as these transactions come through and you're starting to do the pinch on the actual token itself, because you have validators, you have all those tokens staked, you have large institutions that want token, you have all these institutions now they're going to have to buy LEMX just to deal with the tokenization of their actual underlying project. You're going to have the institutions want validators, you're going to have institutions want to stake token and actually make money because they have tokens sitting. This is a whole cycle of two things: supply and demand. Shrink the supply, have a scarcity, there will be a scarcity. And then you physically go ahead and push more products through to make sure that the demand is always going to be higher than the supply. And this right here is the cycle of how Lemon tokenomics are designed. And by doing that, every single L2 project has a massive chance of actually hitting a larger token price than LEMX. And so this is a fun game, and the best part about it is everybody needs to use this great tokenomics, the great ecosystem that's free. And I don't know of anything else in the world like it. And the only reason why it is possible is the revenues that are coming in from independent projects and Mega Lemon. That is how the system works. I have a vision, I have a goal, I have something we're putting together. I am going after something, and if I'm successful, this will be something that has never been done in crypto. And guys, I'm not talking about one country or one entity or one government saying this is the vision. I'm talking about making Lemon a household name for everybody. And I don't mean just the individuals in the free market. I mean corporations. Treasury for corporations. I mean index funds. I mean countries. I mean everything. And so understand, this is my vision. I believe we can get it done with Lemon. And understand these projects are massive and they take a long time, but the relationships in that we're growing. I'm going to tell you, I think we're up over 20 countries in that currently right now we are working with for digitizing assets in. And we're over 4 airports now in the tokenization platform around the world. So we are in for large infrastructure. And I think this is something that will shock a lot of individuals about the quality of projects that are coming on. But we also had meetings with some of the largest hedge funds in the Emirates to be on the other side of it. And not only the tokenization side, but also the asset acquisition. I believe the tokenization market was somewhere close to 120 to 130 billion last year. We already have soft circled well over that. And so there's actually more capital in the space than there is projects. And so getting good quality projects, setting them up in the right jurisdictions, setting them up into a place where free capital flows and they're being done correctly in a regulated securitized market, I think is the most important. And we're letting a lot of the partners in that deal with that to make sure that they go off smoothly. But guys, this is going to be something revolutionary that's just never been done. And I think that's the coolest part about Lemon is it's everything we're doing is groundbreaking. Everything we're doing is cutting edge. Understand that the value here, guys, we're basically launching a $2+ billion company from the ground floor. And that is something from, a venture capital guy like myself. I mean, when you have this kind of value day one, guys, the sky's the limit.
This is the biggest opportunity we've ever been given. I've said that all the way from 2020 onwards. And in fact, I said it all the way back in 2012. It's the biggest macro trade of all time. Don't f this up. And if you're not a crypto person, technology is one of the biggest opportunities we've ever been given, the exponential age. Again, don't f this up. Unless something changes the thesis that suddenly we're all going to turn to the Neanderthals and nobody's going to use technology ever again, it is going up. It's as simple as that. And unless something changes that we're not breaking the financial system and that the internet has disappeared, we will go to blockchain technology. It's as simple as that. That's all you need to know. Everything else is chicken noise.